Alrighty, so things just getting hot around here. We were cold all morning, but now we are hot. So today we got a Volkswagen Jetta today, 2014. They said it's rough idling, jerking when they accelerate. Things are just not going right. Things ain't going right at all for them right now with this car. So the first thing we're gonna do here is get it all scanned up. Ooh, this hat is wet. So not today. Alright. Get it scanned up and let's view these codes. Okay, got it right here. I already know the codes, but I'm going to go ahead and review with you on them. Boy, I wish I had my dang tripod scanner here. Alright, so got that hooked up. We're not going to start it. Just going to go ahead and we're going to look at these codes. So we got to say Volkswagen 2014. Loading, so I'm going to show you guys here. This is the scanner I use. Snap-on Ethos Edge. Decent scanner. I like it. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to look at the codes. Several codes. Alright, so we have here. These are all the codes. You can see what we're mostly seeing here. Okay, so these codes here. Now, here's why these codes are appearing. Shut this off. Codes are appearing because of broken fuel pressure, high pressure fuel pump. So we're going to be basically changing this today and redoing these wires. So that's our day here. So first thing you know, disconnect your battery. Get that out the way. And I'm about to come back with some Torx and we're going to take this off. So yeah. Alright, so you want to be careful. This is an 18 mil. Let's go ahead and crack that open. One thing for sure, you don't want to do this job if you have just got done running it for a while. You don't want the fuel to spray all over you. So doing here, I'm gonna get this line. This line over here comes off. This is a T30. So bolt's pretty tight. Okay, T30 for both bolts. Doing this with one hand. You don't want to. These are these Torx bolts that you just don't want to strip. So get it in there firm, nice and tight. I got the new part from the dealership, so I'm going to be showing you guys what the new part number, the new part's number is, in case. So I always recommend for Volkswagens or any kind of foreign car, just sometimes in terms of finding your parts wise, it's just best to just stick with OEM. Alright, so this is the part number. That's what it is. High fuel pressure pump. Pumps fuel. So that's what the new one looks like. So always good to compare your part, make sure it's the right one. So yep, it looks right for going through the hassle. So you see right here, this is why we're replacing it, because it's broken. Customer is not sure how it broke. So this is a Torx 27 here that I'm trying to take out. It's holding the line right here from kind of flexing, so trying to get it off here. Alright, so this is the old one. This is what a new one looks like. I'm gonna clean off the surface here. This has has basically like no gasket, so I'm gonna transfer this to here, and then we're gonna be able to first put it in, and then after that get that plug out of there, and this one should be good to go. You want to also be careful when you're going into aluminum, because aluminum is very fragile. So even if you like go slightly in crooked, you could just mess everything up. So I'm gonna come right here and tighten this up. It's 18 mil. Looks like I'm going the wrong way. It happens. There we go. So make sure it's on there tight. Alright. And now, so it looks like somebody already tried to get this out, but they weren't having any luck. Alright, so actually, I'm gonna get something. Needle nose. Pull on this. Will work a lot more better. Lift up on the tab. Pull that out of there. Try not to break the black piece, because we need the black piece. So there we go. And that's the other piece of it that was stuck in there. So inspect it. Weathering strip still in there, and there we go. And then we're going to take our fuel line back here, put it on. I'm going to clamp that, and then I'm also going to put this small little bolt, Torx 25, I think it was 27, yeah, back into the hole that it went on to right down and below. Yeah, so that's the last one. Just to make sure that goes back in there. And other than that, that's pretty much how you would do a high pressure fuel pump on a Volkswagen 1.8 liter. But next we're going to go ahead and I'm going to rewire all those. Alright, so these are the ignition coils. This is a 4-cylinder, if I didn't mention before. They're not wired right. I don't know how they got like this. So I'm gonna rewire these, and this is obviously one of the reasons why those random misfires in all the cylinders are misfiring. So let's start by taking all these nuts off, and as you can see how they are, if you just look at how those wires are sitting there, they're all frayed and they're just breaking, causing connection loss. Now, I could be using the ratchet, but I don't feel like walking back to the car, so I'm gonna stick with the wrench for now. But yeah, these are actually one of the most easiest spark plug change jobs because of how it's located. You don't have to take a whole bunch of things off or take things apart or have to stand in a funny motion just to even get it off. So what I'm gonna do, as you can see, that broke off because it's just sitting by bare wires. This isn't good. This is how you get misfires codes. So I got some new wires. I already cut them. Unfortunately, I lost my very good pair of strippers, wire strippers. So I'm using these Harbor Freight strippers, and they just really don't really work that well as the ones I've had. So I'm gonna get them down to like right here, and then what I'm gonna do is attach. Now you can leave in the comment section what these are called, because for some reason I just couldn't think of what they are called. But these type of circle connectors, circle butt connectors. I'm gonna put each one of them. Yeah, so I'm gonna have it come around like this, but with, so that one, like, I'm gonna cut right here since it's already like almost gone, and I don't want to cut too far. So here's my Harbor Freight style ones that don't really work the way I want them to. There we go. See, you got a little cut there, so I got shrink wrap, so I'm gonna shrink wrap that the whole way through. This is just letting you know these are what, conductite. Yeah, these are just like if you're gonna be stripping something once. Alright, so let me get my shrink wrap ready. I went and quickly got some of these supplies from the Advanced Auto, so need to be a little shorter. Now I just got done doing that high pressure fuel pump, so I am keeping that fuel in mind when I do this. So I'm gonna just try and let me get the torch. Alright, I'm gonna try and get this to get it on low at least. I'm really trying to be careful here. Try not to burn it. Alright. That should be good. Just so that wire doesn't rub and keep rubbing against and short out. Gonna get more shrink wrap here. Try and get it over the new wire. So I'm gonna cut the new wire. I'm gonna use these conduct tight. The good things don't ever last for long. I'm telling you that now. They don't ever last long. I'm out here, and this guy, I don't know what he's doing, but I'm gonna have to show it. Look at him down there. That's kind of funny. He's been out here making a lot of sounds. But other than that, back to this. Alright, so I'm gonna come over here. Shrink wrap. Get my shrink wrap ready. Now, in cases like this though, I would solder, but I don't have my soldering iron stuff with me, so I'm just gonna have to do it this way. And then I don't like butt connecting these kind of things, because butt connecting over here, number one, these wires are tight. They're really tight, small. So I know that butt connector might not last, so there's just certain cases I just don't use it. But I know right here I use the J hook. That's the J hook method I used to get that wire on. So you don't want to burn it, just want to get it to where they're touching. So, and then this also locks out moisture. Alright, so that's good. So then I'm going to electrical tape this as well, but now this will be able to come along and go like that. So that's like my goal in all this. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, is getting them all to go like that. Alright, so now all of them are done. I'm going to tighten these now back down. Nice and tight. Ratchet portion here. There we go. Alrighty. So after looking around, I just try to do like a general check around in the area, make sure that there is nothing around that may need to be done, anything extra or anything I missed. So just definitely go back, check around, and I don't see nothing. So now I'm about to hook up the battery back, and we're gonna see how this all works out. Alright, so I'm gonna start. Okay, started. Alright, you might just need a fuel filter. My codes is coming back. Code is back. Freaking code is back. Oh, it went away. Okay, it was flashing. I thought, like, you know. So, this is my second test drive, and it's driving a lot more better. It's driving a lot more better. I'm actually really happy. Maybe the microphone being off was like, nah, you gotta get it right. You gotta get it when it's right. It's bugging me about my seatbelt. Let me put my seatbelt on. Alright, there we go. So it's not doing like that sputter like that, like it was. Like if you ever watched like the New Boys back in the day, like a music group, and then the song You Would Jerk and how that dancing goes, that's basically what it was doing for me. It was doing that. It was doing a jerk. But it's still kind of like rough, but I can say it does need maintenance. So the only thing is with this though, is that the customer did let me know prior to coming out that they did change their own spark plugs. But being that they changed their own spark plugs and they let the wires go back on that way, and then he claims he's not sure how the high pressure fuel pump wiring broke, but you know like that, and he still acted very unaware of it. Just not trying to judge his work, but kind of makes me like, did you put those plugs in there right? Did you some people don't know that the ignition coils need to go back on the right ones. They need to go back if you're not replacing them, in which I do recommend. It's always good to replace them. So I'm also keeping that in mind. Like I just hope that the rough running isn't due to improper service done. But I'm driving this around though. Kind of hit a while in their neighborhood. No check engine light is popped back up. My readings are reading good. Like I said, everything's corresponding. So this one might be okay to go back to them just a couple things that I will recommend to them, because definitely on the dash it's telling that it needs an oil change. The oil change needs to be done. So I hope that this oil hasn't been sitting in here for a long time. But other than that, I'm going to try and make a decent turn back around. This neighborhood isn't developed fully yet, so it's still a lot of construction going on. But like I said, this is just something that, came across, and I just wanted to go ahead and film this part of everything, so you guys know, just in case. I looked on YouTube because I was kind of looking for like a little bit of guidance on in terms of like priming issues, but nobody really has the 1.8. Everybody has that 2.5. I see you guys there with the 2.55 cylinder. But this one, if you guys need any help or any questions, any comments, go ahead and comment below. Someone's gonna go ahead and take this bad girl back home before I take it to my house. Just kidding. I don't like Volkswagens.